afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Kaysen, along with my partner, MPO Tanya Borman, your host for today's ceremony. Before we get started, we would like for you to join us for a moment of silence in honor of all the men and women around our country who have made the ultimate sacrifice, giving their lives for your sake. Thank you. John.
Good afternoon. I am retired Master Police Officer John Winnett. For the last 8 years of my career, I had the honor of serving with the Virginia Beach Police Department's Honor Guard. At this point, I'd ask you to please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Virginia Beach Honor Guard, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Department, order.
You may be seated. Would also like to thank you on behalf of Chief Severa, Mayor Sessoms, for your attendance today, and distinguished guests in our audience. Thank you for attending. Chaplain Hipple.
Good afternoon. Would you bow with me, please, in prayer? Oh God, we thank you for the many years of service these that retire have given our city to help keep it safe. We wish them well and many years ahead. For those who have earned the promotion to leadership, we trust and look to them for guidance. We also thank you for the gift of life and those that strive to protect it. We give you thanks. Amen.
Now I'd like to ask the Honorable Mayor William Sessoms Jr. Correction, I apologize. I would like to ask Chief Severa to come forward to the podium for opening remarks.
Good afternoon. Yeah, this is a happy time. People are being promoted. People are walking out the door with their head held high, so let's do this again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. It's always great, first of all, to one-up the mayor and have his name called in and have me come up and give some words. You know, what's most interesting in our profession is there are passages. Recruits apply for the job. They go through the rigors of getting accepted as a police officer, or getting accepted in one of our civilian support positions. They come on the job, they go through all the initial training, and if you're a sworn member, you then spend the next 25 to 30 years of your life in some kind of billet on the police department. And then, as you should, you decide it's time to move on to another passage of life. What's most interesting is when you've been around and you watch people come on the job, go through their entire career, and then retire before you do, that it begins to realize that the job is perpetual. We will come and we will go, but it's always the organization that will stay here. And we have an excellent organization. And I know that we're going to get to at least acknowledge one individual who decided to come for his retirement and acknowledge those who have been promoted. And the most interesting thing about the promotion process is that it takes a lot to decide to get into the ring. Remember, it was President Roosevelt who said, it's not the winner or loser, but it's the man who gets into the ring and gets his nose bloodied. That is the true winner of life's struggles. So to the promotees, you took the risk, you took the shot, you stepped up, and you have the reward. To those who are retiring, you gave us excellent years of service, and we wish you good luck on your next passage of life. And now you get to introduce the mayor.
If you would, welcome the Honorable Mayor William Sessoms to the stand, please.
Well, good afternoon. And there's something highly unusual when I see the honor guard sticking around, and I always get to recognize them, but they're usually outside the door. But would you help recognize in what I consider one of the best honor guards in the country? It is the best honor guard in the country, and I'm so proud of them, and they do a great job. This old fellow over here too. Captain Shager's not here today, is he, from Oceana? I want you to know, I can say this now, that Shager's not here. I was at a thing where the Navy had their honor guard this week, and I want to tell you, our honor guard is better than the Navy honor guard that I saw this week. So keep up the good work. I can't thank you all enough for everything you do. But it is my absolute pleasure to be here this afternoon and welcome everyone to this very special occasion. It's a privilege for me to be able to join you to formally recognize our dedicated officers and personnel who served in this very fine police department, and those who are moving up to more responsible positions. Today, we gather to honor officers and civilians who are being promoted. We are here today because you have been recognized for your abilities and for the promise you bring to this community. Along with the citizens of Virginia's most populous city, I have the utmost confidence in you, and I congratulate you on your promotion. To our retirees, we honor you today because you have served this community well, and that means so much to the citizens of Virginia Beach and to me. We owe you a huge debt of gratitude for your dedicated service to the city and to the Virginia Beach citizens. Congratulations and enjoy your retirement. To all of today's honorees, you're perfect examples of professionals with a commitment to service. It's no accident that Virginia Beach has been named the safest city of its size in the United States, and the officers we honor today are sterling examples of why we have earned this honor. Virginia Beach's crime rate today is the lowest it's been since 1963, and much of the credit goes to you and the wonderful citizens that we all serve. Thanks to you for everything you do to make this happen. And give yourself a round of applause. We are truly blessed to have each and every one of you serving in our community. Now, as I say thank you to you for your dedication, your hard work, and your willingness to put yourselves at risk in service to others, I also want to say thank you to your family members who have supported you along the way. It's the support of your family members and friends that enables and motivates all of our police officers. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
At this time, we will recognize our retirees. Speaking on behalf of retirees is Chief Severa. Good.
Officer John Winnett came on the job September of 1985. You know, I could read all of this. I could read lists of what John has done. Most of his career was in a few places, one of which he was an active member of this honor guard, did a fantastic job with this honor guard. He and a number of other officers brought it from its infancy stages, and I'm looking out at retired Officer Mike Mack when he was on the honor guard, and Officer Winnett took this along with the other few key people, Mr. Mayor, and made this honor guard into what it is today. It's not only the dedication, it's the passion that they have for this job, and he was instrumental in doing that. Most of his career was in the 2nd Precinct. That's where we had the pleasure of working together on a number of occasions. He was also instrumental in the early days of the Mounted Patrol. And I say the early days because it was very different than where we are today. The officers did a lot of work themselves in getting that barn where it needed to be and getting the horses, the training that they needed. It was not the same type of atmosphere that we have today. It was in its infancy stages. He was an SRO. He was a fantastic SRO for a number of years, and most recently at Corporate Landing Middle School. Not only does he do the SRO thing during the daytime, he volunteers in the afternoon. He's a coach, he's a mentor, he's an unpaid guidance counselor, he's the halo to watch the kids around, and also every now and then he's the person who needs to bring a young student aside and kind of explain the facts of life to them. He did it with the same passion he did every other job on the police department. He was given a number of special training, such as to be a field training officer, radar, DCJS certified. He's certified to ride a bicycle and an ATV, neither of which did he crash, which was very good. He's one of our top SROs, and he's a CIT officer. He's had 54 letters of appreciation, 1 Class Act award. He's been nominated for the City Employee Hall of Fame, and I could tell you, having personally worked with Officer Winnett, he was one hell of a good cop.
Thank you, Chief. First of all, it would be, I'd get in a whole lot of trouble if I didn't thank my family. My family was there to support me through the long hours, through the missed holidays, through the everything that an officer has to do. Sweetheart, thank you. Mom and Dad, I greatly appreciate everything you've done. I've had a long journey, and it's been a fun journey. I've worked for some great people. I've had the pleasure to work for Chief Severa. I was on his first squad when he made sergeant, and I worked for him again as lieutenant and captain and all the way through. You know, I've had some great supervisors, and supervisors, they make the officer. Chief said all these nice things about me, but if I hadn't had good supervisors like Captain Teresa War and Lieutenant Harrison Gonda and, you know, Sergeants Lusso and Humphreys from the Honor Guard, none of this would have mattered. You know, I've been very, very fortunate and blessed in my career. Thank you to all who has supported me over the 29 years, 10 months. One last thing. Chief, I want to stretch your memory for a minute. You were a young sergeant, I was a young officer. My wife and I were walking through Lynn Mall. We were pushing my baby carriage. My oldest daughter was 3 at the time. She's now 30-something. So sergeant walks up, and you know, as a young officer, and never worked more than this, the first very serious job I had, I looked at the sergeant and said, "Hey, Sergeant, I want to introduce my wife to you, and these are my daughter." And my wife was very pregnant at the time. I think it was 1987. So Chief walked up and he goes, you know, Chief, he does, he stretched his shoulder and he goes, nice to meet you. My name is Jimmy. And he looks at my wife and says, you can call me Jimmy. But he, pointed at me, has to call him Sergeant. Chief, my last request. Can I call you Jimmy now? Thank you all very much. Yes, sir. Years ago. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And now for the promotions and presentation of credentials by Chief Severa. When I call your name, please enter the stage from your right, my left, your right. Animal Enforcement Supervisor Rebecca Franklin. Rebecca came to work for Animal Enforcement in 2012 from Emergency Communications and Citizen Services. Her assignments have included Animal Enforcement Officer 1 and 2. She is a DCJS instructor. She has received a Class Act Award for her photography work during the Miss Amazing pageant. She also volunteers during the National Night Out.
Thank you very much. I'll be brief. First, I need to say thank you to my husband, who is my absolute rock, and I love with every part of my being, as well as my child. Tyler was a definite blessing for the both of us, and she is definitely the reason I think that we both get up every morning. I would be remiss without saying thank you to my wonderful, supportive parents. You just don't know how much you mean to me. To my friends, you make every day more fun. Captain Orr, thank you again for your assistance during this process, and it is definitely a process. Same goes to Lieutenant Lynch. And last but certainly not least is Megan Conti. Thank you first and foremost for being my friend, and I'm very excited that now we get to go through this fun journey of being supervisors together as partners in crime, and now that we have the official female trifecta over at Animal Control, it will only get better from here, so thank you.
Animal Enforcement Officer 1, Abigail Gillespie. Abigail was hired in 2014. Her education, she was studied political science and criminology from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. She worked as a caretaker with Animal Control and Adoption Center prior to her promotion to officer.
I just wanted to take a second to thank my mom, who couldn't be here, and my dad. My husband is unfortunately underway right now. It's really hard. I thank you all for being here. It really does mean a lot. I wish my husband could be here, but I'm really looking forward to serving the city. It's been such a great opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to helping the citizens and getting to know my fellow officers. Thank you.
Office Assistant 2, Heather Johnson. Heather joined the Virginia Beach PD in August of 2014. She's attended Tidewater Community College, and her assignments have included Animal Care and Adoption Center, and she was promoted to Office Assistant 2 in February of this year. Sergeant John Belsha. John was hired by Virginia Beach PD in 1999. Has a Bachelor of Science in Criminology Justice from the Old Dominion University. His assignments have included the 3rd Precinct, Special Investigations, 1st Precinct Sergeant. He has specialized training as a DCJS instructor, DEA Task Force Liaison, Certified Court Expert on Marijuana Grow Operations and Narcotics Distribution. He's been awarded 5 letters of appreciation, Officer of the Quarter in 2013, Detective of the Quarter in 2007, and the U.S. Attorney's Office Public Service Award in 2009 and 2015. He was promoted MPO in 2007, promoted to Sergeant, of course, today.
I have to say, first off, I'm greatly appreciative of this opportunity to advance my career. I'd like to thank some friends, my study partners, Tony Avarilla and James Gordon. They helped us make this happen, as well as Jason Kolar for giving me sound advice. Also, I'd like to thank everyone at Special Investigations, the command staff, and the friends I left there. I do miss y'all. But I am enjoying the new precinct. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sergeant Sean Langley. Sean came to work for Virginia Beach PD in 2006. He has a Bachelor of Arts from Mid-Atlantic Christian University. His assignments have included the 4th Precinct Mobile Tactics, Community Policing, Property Crimes, Auto Theft Detective, and Robbery Detective. He has specialized training in Mobile Tactics and Crisis Intervention Team Instructor. He has 30 letters of appreciation and commendation and a life-saving medal.
Just want to say I'm honored to have this opportunity to serve. I'd like to thank Chief Severa for trusting me and affording me this opportunity to advance my career and serve the public in this way. I'd like to thank my family, and my friends for being supportive, being there for me, helping me along the way. All my brothers and sisters in blue, I thank you for being there and backing me up every time we've been out on the street. Just so grateful to have this opportunity to serve. I'd like to thank the citizens of Virginia Beach for affording me the trust and the opportunity to do good things on a daily basis. Thank you.
Sergeant Colin Mack. Colin came to work for Virginia Beach PD in 2007, previously assigned to our Marine Patrol Unit as a patrol aide in 2005 and 2006, has a bachelor's in criminal justice and sociology from Virginia Wesleyan College, and a master's of science in criminal justice from New England College. His assignments have included the 2nd Precinct, OCOP, Special Operations Safety Unit, Fatal Accident Crash Team, and Crisis Negotiations. His specialized training as a DCJS Senior Standard Field Sobriety Test Instructor, Crisis Intervention Team Instructor, Fatal Crash Team Investigator, FBI Crisis Negotiator, Child Passenger Safety Instructor, Radar Training Officer, and Hathcock Law Enforcement Sniper School. He has 21 letters of appreciation, 6 Class Act awards, Life Saving Medal, and EMS Life Saving Medal.
I typed everything up and timed it so I wouldn't be heckled by my former squad mates in the back. So I'm just going to stick to the script. Good afternoon. As I sat down to actually put my thoughts on paper, I changed this part more than any other. Should my introduction be funny? Should I be serious? Should I be short, or should I just type and see where we go? This is what I finally settled on, a lot of thank yous and some things I've kept in mind over the years. Thank you all for being here to support us today. Your presence makes this ceremony more meaningful and reminds us that nothing is accomplished alone. Thank you to Chief Cervera for giving me the opportunity to further become a leader on the department and to not only serve the citizens of Virginia Beach, but now mold and guide officers as countless individuals have done for me. This new position is a welcome challenge to continue to learn something new every day, and a challenge I welcome wholeheartedly. There are many people I could and should thank by name, but I'll undoubtedly forget somebody and probably hurt their feelings when they see this on TV, and I certainly do not want that. My family and friends, the men and women I've worked with and learned from over the years, I'm grateful to you all. Some of these people have been able to join us and celebrate this accomplishment today, but many more are not. Many may not even realize that they ever imparted something of value upon me, but as sure as I stand here before you, they have, and I've absorbed every single piece of it. I've taken pieces of our shared experiences, pieces of leadership style, and ways of doing things and made them into my own. And so far that's worked, and I hope it will continue to work as a sergeant. A few things in closing, 3 things actually that have guided me here today. First, never give up on your dreams. I'm reminded of that every day by a small token I received as a Christmas present many years ago, and that reminder has served me well in all aspects of life. Second, remember to be who you are and be it well. And third, and we're going to get slightly literary, when presented the opportunity to do so, don't be afraid to take the road less traveled by everyone else. As in Robert Frost's poem, it has made all the difference for me. I keep that as a magnet on my fridge just in case I forget, and start doing things because that's what everyone else is doing and not because it's what's right. Thank you all for bearing with my speech, and I look forward to seeing everybody else this afternoon.
Sergeant Shauna Nicolucci. Shauna was hired by Virginia Beach PD in 2005. She has a Bachelor in Political Science and Criminal Justice from the State University of New York. Her assignments have included 3rd Precinct in Community-Oriented Policing, Special Investigations as a Narcotics and Computer Crimes Detective. She has specialized training in Project Lifesaver, Internet Crimes Against Children, National White Collar Crime, Basic Data Recovery, and Acquisition and Data Recovery Analysis. She has 14 letters of appreciation, Life-Saving Medal, Project Lifesaver, 2 Life-Saving Awards, and the U.S. Attorney's Public Service Award. She is also a member of the Virginia Beach Police Soccer Team.
A woman by the name Gladys Stern said, "Silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone." And with that said, I am honored to be here and would like to give thanks to those who have helped shape who I am as a person and as an officer on the department. First, I want to start by saying thank you to God. Chief Cervera, thank you for this honor and opportunity. To my parents who were initially reluctant to let their firstborn move several states away to pursue a career in law enforcement, and to my brother who could not be here today, thank you for your love, support, and guidance throughout my life. Without you, I would not be the person I am today. I want to thank other members of my family, my Row 3 family, and my friends who wish they could be here to celebrate. I know you're all here in spirit. The Gregorys, you are my family. Thank you for being here for me and for everything you have done for me over the years. To the Metters, thank you for being a part of my life. I'm blessed to have all of you in my life. I want to thank 2 individuals who have helped played a large role in my career at various points. They have always supported and pushed me to be a better person, both professionally and personally. Eric Riddick and Tom Carini, thank you. Thank you to Captain Genova and Special Investigations Command staff for your support during the process and during my time in Special Investigations. Last but most important, Jason, thank you for putting up with me. Most importantly, thank you for your love and support over the years and for encouraging me to progress in my career. I love you. In closing, I would like to say congratulations to my fellow promotees and best wishes to the retirees. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Sergeant William Rutherford. Hired in August of 2005 with previous service with Norfolk PD from 2000 through 2005. He's pursuing his degree in criminal justice from St. Leo University at this time. His assignments have been the 1st Precinct, 3rd Precinct, Investigative Division, Ready Response Team. He has specialized training as a firearms instructor, state certified polygraph examiner, basic and advanced death investigations, FBI hostage crisis negotiation training, and advanced gang training. He has 17 letters of appreciation and commendation, and he is the recipient of Operation Summer Heat Award 2001, Police Commendation Award 2004, Officer of the Quarter 2007, Detective of the Year in 2008. He was promoted MPO in 2009 and to Sergeant 2015. He's also United States Marine, serving in the Marine Corps from 1995 to 1999.
I just want to take this opportunity to say I appreciate the opportunity. First and foremost, I want to thank God, and I also want to thank my family and friends for their support, specifically Rob, who spent a lot of time preparing me for this, and I'd also like to thank Kristen and my mom for being here as well. Thank you.
Sergeant Brian Strauss. Brian was hired by Virginia Beach PD in 2005. He has a bachelor's in criminal justice from Radford University and a master's in public administration from Old Domingo University. His assignments have included the 3rd Precinct, 2nd Precinct, OCOP, Special Operations, Special Weapons and Tactics Officer, and 4th Precinct. He has specialized training as a DCJS instructor, a firearms instructor, and a defensive tactics instructor. He was promoted to Master Police Officer in 2012 and Sergeant 2015.
I'd like to start off by thanking the chief, deputy chiefs, and the command staff for having the faith and trust in promoting me to sergeant. I will continue to work hard and not let you down. I've had the opportunity in my career to work with many officers on this department, and I've learned a great deal from them. I'd like to specifically thank the former and current members of the SWAT team. You are, yes, you, Kyle. You guys are without a doubt some of the hardest working officers on the department, and you've made me a better officer and a leader. I've been fortunate enough to work for many great sergeants as well. Although with the 2-minute time limit that everyone unofficially says, we don't have enough time to mention all of them, but I would like to mention 2 specifically. Sergeant Brad Wessler, who's been a friend for me since Radford University and has helped me prepare for the sergeant's process, along with former Sergeant Tommy Shattuck, who's not only been a great leader for this department, but also a true friend and a mentor. Family is very important to me, and I wouldn't be here today without mine. I would like to thank my brother Tim and his family, my sister Emily and her family, as well as the entire Trout family for their continued support of me and my career. I can never thank my parents, Mike and Sue Strauss, enough for all they've done for me. My dad has taught me that hard work pays off and has done so by example. My mom has taught me to be a caring but strong person. I love you both and appreciate all the lessons you've taught me over the years. And last but certainly not least, my beautiful wife, Kirsty. You're my motivation for wanting to better myself. You've been my perfect partner, and you've encouraged me when I need it, and you've always been there for me. Being a police officer's spouse is not an easy thing, but you've taken it with stride. There's no doubt that I wouldn't be up here without you. I thank and appreciate you. I look forward to the new challenges before me. I'm excited for the opportunities to take the next step. Thank you.
Sergeant Rachel Wiggin. Rachel was hired by Virginia Beach PD in 2003. She has a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology from the Virginia Military Institute. Her assignments have included 3rd Precinct Patrol and Community Policing, Special Investigations. She has specialized training as a general instructor, Project Lifesaver, graduate of West Point Leadership, and Diversion Investigation. She has 13 letters of appreciation, 1 Class Act Award, Anti-Defamatory League Shield Award, U.S. Attorney Public Service Award. She is a member of the Southeast Virginia Women's Soccer Association and is a member of the Virginia Beach Police Soccer Team. Additionally, she volunteers at local soccer tournaments and participates in charity tournaments. She was promoted to Master Police Officer in 2009 and Sergeant in 2015.
Hey, okay, I'm just going to read this for a minute. All right. Hello. I'm so honored and humbled to be here standing before you today. I'd like to thank the Chief and the command staff for this opportunity. Thank you to Captain Genova and the rest of Special Investigations for enabling me to be so successful in preparing for this next chapter in my career. Thank you to Captain Gallagher and the 4th Precinct for accepting me. I'm eager to work with and for everyone there and excited to call the 4th Precinct my new home. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always pushing me to be a better person. Without your love and support, I wouldn't be where I am at today. Alan, you are my rock, and I love you. Not only was this process time-consuming and stressful, but I was also pregnant during it. Alan and the SI guys can validate that I'm not exactly a glowing pregnant female. So thank you for always loving me, supporting me, and just being there for me. Austin and Peyton, thank you for teaching me patience and time management, selflessness, and dealing with many unexpected surprises. I'm truly blessed to have such an amazing family and such a large extended police family. Again, thank you for everything and this opportunity. We're all done.
Lieutenant Greg Gonda. Greg was hired by the PD in 1988, left the department in 1993, but remained as an auxiliary until rejoining the department in 1997. He has a bachelor's in criminal justice from St. Leo University, a master's in public administration from Troy University. His assignments have included 3rd Precinct, 2nd Precinct Patrol, 3rd Precinct Property Crimes Detective, Special Victims Detective, Homicide Detective, 1st Precinct Patrol Supervisor, Warrant and Fugitive Unit Supervisor, Robbery Squad Supervisor, and Internal Affairs Investigator. His DCJS instructor, state certified polygraph examiner, a graduate of West Point Leadership, and crisis intervention team instructor. He has 21 letters of appreciation, 1 letter of commendation, and 1 Class Act award. He also served in the United States Navy from 1984 through 1988.
All right, where did my speech go? Lost it in my shirt somewhere. There it is. Found it. My sister was joking me I was going to drop it. I lost it in my shirt. I'd like to first congratulate the retiree, John Winnett. I certainly enjoyed working with you and wish you all the best in your next chapter of your life. I would also like to congratulate the promotees today. I especially would like to congratulate those promoted to sergeant. As the command staff will tell you, and it is the best job on the department. Thank you, Chief Severa. The lieutenant's list has many highly qualified sergeants on it, and I fully understand that you could have promoted many others in my place. Thank you for having the confidence in me to fulfill the mission of the department. I will do my very best to continue to serve the citizens of Virginia Beach with pride, as I have done for the past 26 plus years. Deputy Chief Bell, Deputy Chief Dean, and Deputy Chief Zaccario, thank you for your endorsement of my promotion to lieutenant, as well as the guidance each of you provided me in this promotional process. To the rest of the command staff, I look forward to working for you and with you while at the same time learning from your vast experience. Please be patient with me as I learn my new position. I will try to keep any missteps to a minimum. When I was young, my father would give me advice growing up, as most loving parents do. Dad would tell me, Gregory, I always knew he was about to say something that was supposed to be important when he would start the sentence with my name. Anyway, Gregory, when deciding what to do in life, you need to pick a profession where you will meet and come in contact with a lot of people. He explained how meeting different people every day would mean I could look forward to something new each time I went to work. Dad sure was right, as he usually was. If nothing else, being a police officer is about dealing with people. When we say that, we usually think about the citizens that we come in contact with every day. Another aspect I'd like to consider, though, and feel is every bit as important, is the personal and professional relationships we develop with our coworkers. It's these relationships that help me develop and grow each and every day. It's also these relationships and caring human contact that allowed me to overcome personal challenges so I could come to work each and every day and can continue to perform my job at the highest level. Those that know me know I have a big heart. I got that trait from my father, though I'm sure he would beg to differ. I want to take a few minutes and acknowledge and thank these individuals who have cared enough about me to help bring me before you today. Captain Tony Yarborough, retired Captain Frank Laporta, Lieutenant Andy Speece, and retired Lieutenant Doug Backman. Thank you all for your leadership and guidance as I come to work each day that I work for you. So much of what I've learned from you all will carry over into my new assignment. Sergeant Sean Hoffman, Sergeant Frank Wins, and Sergeant Chris Moline. While the assistance and advice you all provided me while working various cases in internal affairs was greatly appreciated, it's the personal friendships and conversations we had when I needed it most that I'm truly grateful for. Thank you. Catherine Jameson Baker, you are so much more than your title of office assistant. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with you and have the highest level of respect for you. You bring such a professional attitude to the Office of Internal Affairs. I would take you with me if they would let me. Thank you always for keeping it real and for your friendship. I hope one day we will work together. Captain John Orr, you have been my #1 mentor throughout the majority of my career. Thank you for all your guidance and wisdom you have bestowed upon me over the years. I have the highest level of respect for you, and you are one and have learned so much from you. I also hope I'll have the opportunity to work under your leadership once again. To my friends and family, I want to thank my friends and family who are in attendance today. It means a great deal to me that you would take the time to be here. To my dear friends, Dr. Jack Bloxham and his wife Beth, who traveled down from Richmond today. Thank you not only for your support through my career and during the process, but for your friendship and prayers over the many years we have been friends. To Dr. Jan Jansen and his wife Trina, I couldn't be happier and more surprised that you're here today. Thank you for being such a great person, Jan, and an even greater friend. I'm honored to call you as my friend. Sergeant Mike Baker and MPO Will Dean and Todd Coleman, thank you for all your friendship and support when I need you most. A special thank you goes to Rob Bittner and his wife Justine for their friendship over the past 9 years. Rob, words cannot describe what an incredible friend you are and how important you are in my life. The time will come when I retire from this job. Of the many things I will treasure about my career, is our friendship is the one that I will treasure the most. Thank you for everything you've done for me. To my sister Nancy, thank you for traveling down from New York with Dad to be here today. It really means so much for me that you could be here today. To my daughter Megan, I've always tried to be a positive role model for you and show you hard work pays off. Thank you for supporting me over the years and being by my side through the ups and downs of life. I love you. To my beautiful girlfriend Kimberly, you provided positive reinforcement when I was not selected the last time for lieutenant. You encouraged me to compete again. You always had faith in me even when my confidence wavered. Thank you for all your love and support and teaching me to be a better person. I love you till the end of time. To Kimberly's parents, Anna and Al, you accepted me into your home and loved me like a son. It's no wonder you have raised such an amazing daughter. Thank you for being here today, and also, Anna, thank you for your numerous prayers that I would be promoted. My mother passed away when I was 8. My father raised myself and my sister, who was 12 at the time, and my brother, who was 19. As I grew older and became a teenager, I would want to do things and go places with my friends, and sometimes Dad wouldn't give me permission to go. His reply was the same every time. Gregory, I'm not your friend, I'm your father, but I'm the best friend you'll ever have. He probably thought I wasn't listening to him, but I was. Dad, I am the man today because of you. I love you. You showed me. I love you, the example you showed me each and every day. Thank you, Dad, for not only being my best friend, but also being my hero. I love you very much. Thank you all.
No. Lieutenant Gonda will remain on stage, and I'd like to ask each of the newly promoted supervisors to join us back on stage as Mayor Sessoms will administer the oath of honor.
If each of you could raise your right hand, please, and state after me. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution and community I serve. So help me God. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, this concludes our program. We thank you for joining us today on this special occasion. Congratulations to the newly promoted and best wishes to our retiree, John Wynette. We would like to thank Ms. Moira Wright, Ms. Jenny Page, Ms. Joan Weger, and Michelle Ferrante for their assistance in preparing this ceremony. Following the benediction, Chief Severa would like to cordially invite you to take part in refreshments being served in the cafeteria across the hallway. If I could have Chaplain Hipple come forward.
Ten years ago, I stood in this auditorium when they dedicated it, and Chaplain Donna Staten was standing over here, and he said, "Don, I think you could help our program." I said, "No way." He said, "I think you can." Well, 8 years later, here I am. And it's been rewarding. There's been some trials and tribulations, a few sleepless nights, a few crying nights, but this is part of what we do. There have been 66 line-of-duty deaths in the country in July, in 2015, 3 in July, none in this state, thank God. And may each of them rest in peace. Would you bow with me, please? Now, God, as we depart, may you grant us safety, continued good health, and for those who are ailing in our department, give them comfort and freedom from pain. Amen.